Hello and welcome back to Better Car Washing Everywhere. I'm your host, Matt DeWolf, and today I've got another conversation for you that we recorded in the Arcadian Services booth at the Car Wash Show 2026. In our last episode, we talked about AI in marketing for your wash, and our conversation today is going to stay in that AI lane. At the show, I caught up with Meddy Ali of HelloWash. HelloWash is leveraging a custom-developed solution that uses AI as an answering service and customer support platform. I've had the fortune to know Meddy since his beginnings in the car wash space, and that's where we started the conversation. Enjoy. Meddy, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, yeah.
All right, so you started this journey a few years ago,
Yes.
And you said, man, you know what I want to do? I want to bring in AI answering services and customer support to car washing.
Yes.
Where did that come from? What was your path like?
Yeah, so funny enough, we started in a restaurant space, and we wanted to place orders on the phone and send them to restaurants. And so we built kind of our version 1, version 2 of the AI that will take orders, and then it was very hard to sell to restaurants. And then our first customer was a car wash. Our second customer was a car wash. And then we signed a huge deal with I was like, what's going on in the car wash industry? So we looked into it and we're like, oh, it makes sense because they really need help. Car wash operators are great at washing cars, but when it comes to things like customer service and AI and technology, the industry was just very behind a couple of years ago. Now there's a lot more of that happening right now. And now we work with over 500 locations in about less than 2 years. And we're probably going to hit 1,000 this year. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's really excellent growth in a very short time.
Yeah,
and I don't think people really realize that because you hear all these stories about AI and all these platforms that you can do anything and everything's going to grow so fast. But realistically, this thing is hard. It's hard to do.
It's very hard. Yeah, I mean, we are the only AI company in the space that has a machine learning engineer, and we're the only ones that write every single line of code. Everybody else that does what we do, white labels someone else. And it's easy because they get funding of millions of dollars somewhere and they build a product and it's just easy to kind of package it up and reuse it, right? Whereas doing what we're doing, we got really lucky because we got in at the right time. And so we're kind of 2 years ahead of everybody in a way because we have our own IP. So everything we build right now for car washes is just for car washes. And if we want to make a change in our service, in our AI, we can do it. Others cannot because they use someone else's technology. So we got really lucky.
Yeah, I think that's a big piece of it, right? Like you have the flexibility and the agility to be able to do that. Whereas if you're dependent on some other platform, you never know when their code base is going to change. You never know when they're going to take features that you rely on away. And next thing you know, you're dead in the water.
If they decide tomorrow that they're not going to use a language model that you want to use, what do you do?
Yeah, sorry, you're out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's huge. Talk to me just a little bit about, you're a few years in now.
Yeah.
As you've been on this journey, what's kind of been surprising to you? Because it has, like you said, everything has kind of blown up pretty quickly. You've seen a lot of entrance into the space.
Yes.
What's been kind of interesting to you?
I think operators, which is a little bit surprising, have really embraced AI and knowing the industry, kind of learning the history of the industry. New technology was very hard to be embraced. AI, everybody now wants to do AI. They want to do AI in phones, in customer service, in marketing, in finance. They want to do AI everywhere. And so even like the big, huge vendors, they're all into AI, right? And that's like a pleasant surprise where they're like, hey, we want to use AI. And it's been good for us because we have some amazing customers that recommend us to their groups that they're in. And we have people walk up to us today and they're like, hey, we were just recommended by X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh, they sent you over here. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, it's so awesome to see so many people and surprising, be embracing this brand new technology that everybody's scared of.
Yeah. And when you started, it was primarily built around answering calls, right?
Right.
And helping, answer the mundane stuff, hours of operation.
Yeah.
Maybe if somebody wanted to cancel their membership, they could
send them a text.
They
or
could get a
something.
text, so they could easily link out. How has things evolved as people have started to use the platform?
That's a good question, because we've added two amazing things, or a couple of amazing things, but two main things. One, the AI is now able to take action and do retention on the phone. So you call and says, hey, we'll give you 50% off for the next 3 months so you don't cancel. And you say yes, it'll take that customer data and automatically change it in the POS system. It's actually kind of funny, because we had a customer, I remember a customer call 2 days ago. They called and we pulled up their account and we're like, are you this license plate? And they're like, oh, you're faster than the LPR cameras. And the AI was like, okay, thank you. And then we went on with the conversation, right? So even like customers talking to it are like, you're doing something better than what already exists. That should be good, right? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great LPR cameras out there. So that's the one. The other product that we've added is our ticketing and / customer service relationship management platform, kind of like a CRM in a way, where if someone wants to speak to a human and you don't have any live humans, we'll create a ticket. Or if someone sends you an email, we'll create a ticket in our platform. Now you can assign that ticket to someone on your team. You can have real tracking. Before, if you get 100 emails, you don't know which location it's for, you don't know who's working on it, you have a couple of people on your team, maybe they're working on it at the same time. We can now put all of that in a platform, and because we're integrated into the POS system, they can manage that customer directly on that ticket. So people who use Zendesk, they're like, why should I use you instead of Zendesk? And it's like, in Zendesk, you can't go in and manage that membership on the ticket. I give you all of the customer information. I let you manage that membership directly from that ticket.
That's pretty incredible. I think what's fascinating to me about where AI is right now is that it was that jump from, I'm going to ask a bunch of questions to, now I can act on your behalf.
Oh, 100%.
And I think that's the thing that's going to change this whole game, especially as you were talking, I'm like, oh, ticketing, that's amazing. Oh, and then guess what? Eventually, it will just run through the process of the tickets for you.
And that's actually something that we're working on right now with one of our bigger customers. They use Zendesk. Right, and it's hard to make a change when all of your team knows one platform, right? So we tell them, that's fine, keep Zendesk, we'll create an AI agent that goes into Zendesk, opens a ticket, reads the data, takes it, goes to the POS system, pulls it, comes back, makes a response and responds to the customer and closes the ticket. So your agents don't even have to worry about the easy stuff anymore. We can do all of that for you.
That's fascinating. Yeah, because it doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah.
We'll just go get it and we'll process it and we'll do it and we'll send
automatically.
it back for you.
And then we'll tell you how many tickets the AI worked on. Yeah. Right. So,
which is such a big difference from where technology used to be, because you had to have all of these integrations and all of these connection points and all of this stuff, and this had to talk to this, and now it's just like I think it's opening up the world in ways that I don't know if we're ready for.
Well,
but hey, it's open.
Yeah, no, it's scary. I mean, AI it's going to do a lot of. I think you opened my eyes into the model that we use now, which is AI powered, human centered. Mm-hmm. And when I heard that from you, and you're like, Meddy, you're the kind of AI powered, human centered. That we have it all over our stuff right now. If you come to our booth. And it's like, that's truly what AI needs to be. Humans need to be at the center of it. We just got to make it more efficient.
Yeah, it's a tool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's another tool that we can use, and you need to use it well and use it responsibly and do all the right things. Yes. And it's going to be incredibly enabling.
That's every single person. We just hired a salesperson from a competitor, and they sell something similar. And they were trained to tell people, it's going to replace your humans. It's going to automate 90%. When he moved over to us, he's like, we had to say that, but that's not really like it did 60%, 70%. And I'm like, that's what we tell people. We tell people like, hey, don't replace your humans. That's your asset, especially good humans. Just make them better, right? So
yeah, one is freeing up their time to do other stuff, yes, where there can be more uniquely valuable stuff that AI really cannot handle, like, I don't know, building relationships.
Correct.
Although
yeah,
some AI does build relationships, and that's a whole different episode. We're not going there today.
Yeah, no.
But face-to-face interactions and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But also just in getting your people comfortable with using AI technology.
Yes,
in different ways to help them optimize and be better at their jobs.
100%, and that's our motto now. It's AI powered, human centered, and we fully believe in that. And if your goal is like, it's really hard to hire good people right now, like really hard. And now imagine if you hire a good person and you get an AI, they will never replace them. AI will never replace people. So.
Yeah. Talk to me just a little bit about things you're kind of watching, things we should watch out for as we think about AI, and maybe we're just a little bit blinders on. What are we missing?
Yeah, for this industry, a lot of just selling memberships. Like AI is going to start selling memberships. We're doing some stuff right now where we're winning back people with AI. That's a big one. People that churn, like try to do something where you understand why they churned. You can put that in an AI model, and it will bring them back as a win back. But the big one is just going to be in operations. Like at the wash, I see a lot of like people AI arms. That's a big one that I see. I don't think AI will ever run a wash from A to Z, but it'll help in all the little sectors, right? Customer service is a huge one. If you can solve 70% of customer service issues with AI, you're set, right? Which in an industry that really didn't focus on customer service for a long time, like now is the time to focus on that, right? So yeah, all the smart operators are doing that. Marketing is going to be, you already know. You can see what marketing can do, or what AI can do in marketing. It's huge. You can build whole marketing campaigns right now. So yeah, I mean, AI is going in scary directions. IT is a big one. We write 80% of our code with AI. Obviously, we have capable people that understand what the code is like. You can't build a whole like company on AI anymore, but you need people that understand. It's like driving a truck or driving a car. You need a capable driver, but let it drive, right? But AI is getting scary. That's what I can say.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen it firsthand on the marketing side and the content side of how it's kind of evolving things, and I think that it's really interesting on that side because things are getting very much homogenized.
Yes.
Right, so you're like, wait a minute. Why does everything sound the same? Well, it's because everybody's using AI to build these models. It's like, oh, you just built your content there. It's like, people talk about, oh, well, it's got an M dash. Well, that's not actually the thing. That's like, M dashes are real, people. Like, that's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But the fact is that it's using it everywhere, so it makes everybody a decent writer, like just good enough to get kind of past mustard. But I think it's going to actually make it easier for us to stand out because the work we do and the people who use the tool in a way that it helps elevate their game, instead of trying to just make it faster and easier.
Oh, 100%.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
And I think AI made it so that you know who the genuine vendors are in a way, right? And so it's like anybody can use AI right now to build any company. And it's like, okay, now you know for sure you're working with a vendor that knows their stuff, that knows the problem and is solving the problem that you need solved, right? And so I see so many vendors in the last year that came up and then just left the industry because they couldn't get customers. But they built their website in 30 minutes using AI, right? And they signed up a bunch of people and those people were like left hanging because then now they left the industry because they couldn't scale. And so that I think AI is making it so we actually see who the real genuine vendors are.
I think that's a super important point because you can spin something up pretty quickly and you can make it look pretty legitimate. Right. And so I think it's really important if we're walking a trade show floor or we're fielding sales calls from companies, we need to be better informed about the questions we need to ask. Right. How do we spot whether or not this group is going to be a going concern in a few years? How do we know if it is hanging on by a thread of Claude, right? It's just Claude. That's all it is. What do you advise people? Like if somebody comes to you and you're talking to them, how do you make them know that you're here for the long term?
Yeah, I mean, we work with some of the biggest brands in the industry, first of all, so we're here for a long time, right? They really like, we haven't had customers churn, right? That's a very important thing. I think everything that we're building for the past 2 years has been like specific to this industry, which makes operators fear like, hey, they're not going to go to other industries, right? And if we do try to go into other industries, it's going to take a long time to try to build what we've built for this industry. And so everything that we think about moving forward has been like, how can we make the car wash experience better? Example I can give you, we were just talking to somebody and we had a customer like this who uses something like Salesforce, which is a huge company. And they're like, hey, we have 1 more year left in our contract. And I'm like, great, start with us on our AI voice. And in that 1 year, we'll figure out what you use in Salesforce and we'll build it all in our dashboard. And that's the beauty of like working with someone that's nimble and has a few engineers on the team, right? And so, yeah, operators can be sure that we're here for a while because of the names that we work with, as well as how we build our technology. And honestly, we're very I kind of shoot myself in the foot in a way because I'm very honest with what we can and can't do. Like, I won't tell somebody we can automate 90% of your calls. I will never say. I tell them the opposite. I said, no, we'll do 60, 70, maybe 80% if your stuff is a little bit easier. But 90, I'll never get you to 90. Right?
Yeah, that's too big of a jump.
Too big of a jump,
There's
and
too many variables
you
in
got to
it.
be honest
Yeah.
about it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Well, Meddy, I've got one last question for you.
Please.
This is my favorite question. I've been asking it for years.
Yes.
What's one thing that we can do today that's going to make us better tomorrow?
Oh, man, that's a good question. In general or?
Anything.
Anything.
Anywhere you want to go.
Good question. I have 4 kids. So everybody tells me, like, spend time with them because it's going to go like this. And I already see it. So spend more time with your family, with your loved ones. We're all so busy that work will get done eventually, right? So that's one thing I can definitely change. Because sometimes I'm working until 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and it's already bedtime for the kids. Like, I wish I would have stepped away an hour earlier to do some stuff with them. So that's one thing we should all change.
Yeah, I like that. I think the saying goes, nobody ever lays on their deathbed and says, "I wish I worked more."
I wish, yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah. So, yeah.
Funny, awesome. Well, Meddy, I really appreciate you. Thanks for coming on the show. Wherever you're watching this or wherever you're consuming this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Do all those things, and stay tuned. We've got more episodes coming. Thanks, everybody.